Capitalism versus communism. Friends, this is an age old discussion which hasn't seen any end. People who support communism, they find flaws with capitalism, and those who support capitalism, they find communism to be evil. But the truth is, for an ordinary person, neither absolute communism is good nor absolute capitalism is good. And I'll give you the reasons as well as the answer to both the forms. Now, with communism, the basic problem is communism considers everybody equal, which is not the case. And the problem is when everybody is equal, everybody is poor. Now, the thing is, this world has progressed so much because there were inventors, explorers, people who were enterprising, people who did extra than what any ordinary man or woman would have done. They were the ones who started something new, who invented something new, or who found out something new. They are the ones who are the basic pillars of all the advancement that humanity has made. Now, what happens with communism is, because everybody is equal, nobody wants to put in that extra effort. And even if someone puts that extra effort, he doesn't get the rewards that he deserves. Because everybody is equal, which is not the case. People who are more enterprising, people who want to succeed, people who want to make something better out of their lives, and who work hard to actually do that, they are the ones who need all the support and all the adulation, as well as something more than what any other ordinary man and woman will get. Now, I'm not saying that ordinary men and women are not important. Look, if there are people who are enterprising and groundbreaking on one side, and there are people on the other side who are just average, who just go through their motions of daily life, they may not be same, but even those ordinary people are important. Just take the example of telephone. Okay, now if I'm not wrong, Graham Bell invented a telephone, so I may be wrong, but my GK is a bit dodgy. In any case, the person who invented telephone, he was brilliant in the sense that he invented the telephone. He deserved a reward for it. But the reason we have those telephones in our houses, in every house we have a telephone, is because those telephones were manufactured in large number by ordinary people. People who couldn't invent the telephone. They couldn't have invented the telephone, but they are the people who manufacture those telephones. They are the people who work in the factories where telephones are produced. So if unique people, adventurous people, enterprising people are important on one side and deserve better than the rest, the ordinary men and women are also important. They may not deserve the same as the ones who are enterprising, but they can't be neglected as well. They are important as well. The truth is, everybody deserves a chance to be the best and make the best out of their lives. Capitalism gives that opportunity, and that's where it is better than communism. But capitalism fails where communism succeeds, and communism fails where capitalism succeeds. And the reason for this is, what happens in capitalism is, people who are enterprising, people who put in that extra hard labor, in capitalism they get a chance to grow. What happens when a person grows? Human beings are greedy by nature. It is our inherent tendency. Once we get more, we want even more. We want to grab everything that we can grab. What happens in full-blooded capitalism is, those who are living in capitalistic societies, if all of you people look around you, you will see the worst face of capitalism at display at the moment. Ask the people who are older. 20 to 30 years ago, there were small businesses everywhere around. There were small grocery stores set up by ordinary men and women like you and me to make a living. People who didn't have a job, but who had the intention to make a life for themselves, and who invested money and made a life out of them by setting up small businesses. They may not have grown rich, but they were making decent life for themselves and their kids. But look at the situation now. All the small business is being slowly and slowly eaten up by big business. It's the same fish, same thing. Big fish eating the small fish. Once a company grows and an individual becomes rich, he wants to buy off his competitors. He wants to control the whole market for himself because he wants all the money. He buys off competition, he grows big. Then he thinks of diversification and he goes into another business. And because he has got money, and if his other business succeeds, he starts buying off competition over there. Full-blooded capitalism, at the end of the day, it degenerates back to aristocracy. In medieval time and ancient times, if we had kings ruling us, now we have businessmen ruling us. The businessmen, they control government decisions. The Gulf War, it was all fought to please the businessmen who were in oil lobby. All the war against terrorism that's happening now, be it from the terrorist sides or be it from the governments who are fighting them, it is to please those gun lobbies. Otherwise, if everybody wants peace, there is no way to stop peace from happening. But if peace was to happen, who will buy the guns? The gun lobbyists, they will lose all their money. And if the people who are fighting the terrorists, they back out, they will lose their interest, their share in the oil that is there in Middle East. That's the truth. That is the ugliest face of full-blooded capitalism. Every businessman wants to destroy every other businessman that is in his competition because he wants to become more rich. They are so filthy rich, they will die, and most 99% of their money will rot in their bank accounts, and their progeny, their sons and daughters, they are gonna fight over it. Who's gonna have what? That's the truth. But who's suffering? Ordinary men and women like you and me. We have got big shopping centers like IGA, Kohl's, Woolworths, Foodland, and many others which sell normal household groceries. And we all go to those shops to buy products from there because products are cheaper over there. Now, the products are cheaper over there because they are bought in bulk. Now, if I was to think that I want to set up a small business for me, I cannot set up a big supermarket. I can only set up a small business, a small grocery shop. But because I'm buying stuff in small quantity, I cannot give the same price to my customers that a big shopping center can give. What will happen? People will not come to my shop. My shop will close down. My business will fail. By supporting big shopping centers, we are only supporting big businessmen, and we are cutting our own opportunities down. From our own business owners, from our own destiny makers, we have been reduced to the status of employees. Whenever there's a recession, we are the first ones to be fired. There's no job security anymore. What's the reason? The reason is people who have become rich, they don't care for us. And we are supporting them. We don't support the local grocery store. We'll buy it from where we get it cheap. Now think of it. If we were to support this small business like local grocery shops and local newspaper agencies and people who own small business, if we were to support them, we will be actually creating opportunities for ourselves. If our sons and daughters are not happy with their jobs, they will have an option to set up their own small business and still have a decent life. But by not supporting small business and supporting big industries, as is the case with capitalism, we are only making those who are rich even more richer, and we are the ones who are being harassed. The thing is, what I am saying is, neither communism is good nor capitalism is good. What this world needs is communist capitalism. A capitalism where small business is promoted. And in that case, there are some fields which government will have to take care of. Fields of research and development. They are the fields which government will have to take care of. Because small businessmen cannot invest into research and development.